Hello everybody. Today the topic of a new book of for this how to win friends and influence people by internationally best-selling author है Dale Carnegie. Is the author of this book belongs to how to win friends and influence people's Harbison Carnegie was an American writer and lecturer and the developer of famous courses in self-improvement, sales mannerships, corporate training, public speaking, and he was the author of the best-selling How to Win Friends and Influence Peoples. Is about the friends and influence peoples, how to stop worrying and starting living, and many more self-help books. This is the book How to Win Friends and Influence People's Dale Carnegie. This is about the story and win friends. Okay, let's start. Okay, this is the story of How to Win Friends and Influence People by best-selling author Dale Carnegie. Gives you time-tested advice and simple technique on how to deal with people, understand them, and get along with them. This book tells you how to improve your conversation skills, avoid arguments, and win people over, make friends easily, become a people person. Okay, these books will change the way your approach relationship and better equipment equip you to be handle lives and situations. Let's start the one page of the contents. First of all, you tell me about the fun contents that like contents it's have you couldn't win an arguments. First topic. Okay, you couldn't win an arguments. Shortly after the close of World War, I learned at individual able lesson one night in London. I was a manager at the time for a Sir Rose Smith. During the war, Sir Rose had been the Australian acts out in the Palestine, and shortly after peace was declared, he astonished the world by flying halfway around in 30 days. No such feat and even been attempted before. It created a tremendous sensations. The Australian government's awards from $50,000. The Kings of England knighted him, and for a while he was the most talked about man under the Union Jack. I was attending a banquet on one night given in Sir Rose's honor, and during the dinner, the man sitting next to the whole Rick Archers mentions that the quotation was from a Bible. He was wrong. I knew that. I knew it positively. There couldn't be the slightest double about it, and so to get feelings of importance and in display and superiors, I appointed myself as an unsolicited and unwelcome committed of one of to correct him. He stuck to his guns words from the Shakespeare's impossible absurd. That quotation was from the Bible, and he knew it. The storyteller was sitting on my right, and Frank Cameron, on all friends of mine, was seated at my left. The next week, Mr. Conrad had devoted just to study of the Shakespeare, so the storyteller agreed to submit the question to Mr. Cameron. That Mr. Liston kicked me under the table and then said, "Tell you are the word. The gentleman is right. It is from Dubai." On our way home that night, I said to Mr. Gandon, yes, of course, he applied and at 5 cents too, but we were guests at the festive auctions, my dear. It was a sorely needed lesson because I had been an inveterate argent during my youth. I had argued with my brother about everything under the Milky Way. When I went to college, I studied logic and argumentations and went into for a debating contest. Talk about being other from the mysteries. I was born there. I had to be assured that I taught debating and argumentations in New York. And once I am as ashamed to admit and attempt to write a book on this, I have to come to the conclusion that there is only one way to happen to get the best of an argument, and that is to avoid it was could avoid recklessness and earthquake. Okay, the next page